Hi everybody, this is Josh with Wright Piano TV. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video is about playing Mozart, and I will be demonstrating with the Mozart F major K332 sonata. And Stephanie is the person who submitted this request, and she just said, do you have any tips about Mozart playing? And I do have a lot of tips about playing Mozart, and they're very difficult. I recently took a lesson from one of my teachers, and when I finished playing, I thought that I played it quite well, and he's just like, oh, this isn't good at all. And so I learned a great deal in those lessons. The biggest thing that I took away from that lesson is a lot of times when we're playing Mozart, we feel like we're in this little confined space, like we're in a straitjacket and we can't get out, and then we have to play it just like this, or we can't express ourselves like Chopin as much because we don't have the convenience of rubato. It's absolutely the opposite. Although we don't have the convenience of rubato, we should practice rubato in our Mozart so that we can hear those lines shaping. And we should feel the push and pull of the phrases and not make unnatural sounds. So like, for instance, I was playing, and in one part of the piece it's horrible because it's making this, whereas it really should just sing and express. When you see sforzandos or accents, think about either taking a little bit of time or just expressing. So that we really see the beauty of the line. First things first is your balance has to be there. This is no question. You can't have too loud of a left hand. To make a piece that sounds as simple as this sound simple is one of the most difficult tasks in the world. So the old saying of Mozart is too easy for children but too hard for professionals, or something like that. I'm sure I butchered that saying, but that rings true. We definitely do not want to sound like an amateur here. We don't want it to sound like, oh, I'm just playing this really easy piece. Okay, so that's level one. Horrible, just totally amateur. This is the next level. This is kind of where I felt like I was at before I had this amazing instruction. It still is pretty amateurish, even though I'm thinking about shaping. The tone quality isn't there, and it's not singing, and the phrase isn't just ethereal at all. So I put the soft pedal down. That G was a little too loud, so pull back on your first note. So it's so much different. So think about, first of all, using soft pedal on the places that you feel are very soft and expressive. So if you're playing the, I think it's K331, the theme and variation. I think some of those notes were wrong, but you can see the difference rather than just this dry ugliness. A lot of people would completely disagree with me to use the soft pedal. They say that the soft pedal is a crutch. I don't think so. I think it's a coloring tool. I think it brings out sonorities in the piano that aren't heard otherwise. Also, using the pedal in Mozart, I've learned a great deal even just from that one lesson that I had with my teacher on this piece, with one of my teachers, that you can have a little bit more freedom with the pedal than we're used to. The next point I would like to make is that we should always be imitating the dramatic opera buffa that Mozart wrote for. I mean, he's most famous for his operas, surely. I mean, his keyboard works are incredible. They're brilliant, but they are they're very eloquent, and they're very fleeting and fast. And I don't think that they have the emotional depth that some of the painful Rachmaninoff or Chopin or Beethoven pieces contain. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that they don't have something to say. I think that the Mozart pieces have a more, they're simpler, but they're just as elegant, and sometimes they're more elegant than some of those extremely deep, rich pieces because of their simplicity. And so if we really want to bring that to the core, let's imitate as much opera as we can, the emotions of the characters and the drive of the piece. So don't make your Mozart stale. Even though it doesn't seem as dramatic, you can make it very dramatic. So we can see that a lot of emotion in those sforzanos. I actually think they might be forte pianos there. I'd have to look at my music one more time. But we can really make something out of those with that dramaticism. So watch some operas like Don Giovanni and really see the depth of emotion that goes into these operas. I'm certainly no master at playing Mozart. After viewing this video, I hope that this has been helpful, though, with some ideas that you can think about in Mozart. These are ideas that have been newly acquired from both of my teachers, both of them extremely brilliant with what they have to say, and I think what I've said today in this video is at the core of what they were trying to portray to me. So I hope this will give each of you a few ideas on the Mozart pieces you are playing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your support means so much to me, and if anyone has questions or email or video requests, please email me at josh@joshwrightpiano.com, and I'd be happy to either answer you through an email or through a video as well. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.